Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sydney. I film cruelty-free beauty videos, and today's video is going to be a little chatty get ready with me. I did try to film this yesterday. I was in a terrible mood and it was just like super rambly and I was really unhappy with how the footage turned out, so we're gonna refilm it today. So without further ado, let's hop into it. Alright guys, to kick it off, I like to start with eye primer. I'm just applying a little bit of my Essence Eye Heart Color Intensifying Eye Base to my eyelids, and then I like to use a sponge to blend it out. I just feel like it gives a more even finish. Never been a brush girl. Okay, and then I think today I want to use my Stigma Corderosa palette. I've been like almost exclusively using my Project Pan palettes for the past couple of weeks, so I'm really itching to use something else in my collection. I'm going to start off by dipping into the shade Veranda right here, just on a fluffy brush, just to lightly sweep that through my crease. But how are you guys doing? I mentally am a little bit all over the place. I feel like I've been on a bit of a roller coaster for the past couple months. I'm going to dip into the shade Hybrid right here, which is a beautiful peach. This is going to be my transition-y shade. I graduated in December, which was really fantastic, but I've kind of been on a job hunt since then, and unfortunately I have not been able to find a full-time job yet, and that's been honestly a little bit disheartening. I know, like, it's not abnormal for people to graduate and not get a job right away, but I don't know, it just is taking a little bit longer than I thought it would, and I've been a little bummed out about that, to be honest. Since I don't have a full-time job, I've been spending so much time at home. It's not even funny. And that's also been really weird. I feel like over the course of the first quarantine, I really adjusted to being home, and I was like, by the time I had to go back to school and work, I was like, I'm good. Like, I can stay home for the next year and I would be perfectly happy. But I've seemed to have lost some of that. I don't know if it's just because it's so cold I can't like leave the house to go for walks right now or what, but I am just on the struggle bus with that. I feel like some days are really good and like I'm just happy to be home. I'm happy to have this time to like rest and recharge and figure out what I want. And other days I'm just, my emotions are like all over the place. I think I'm just going to use that same brush and dip into Damask right here and try to keep this a little bit lower in my crease. Some days I feel like I do so well when I create like a schedule for myself to stick to, and I have like a long to-do list that I fill the day with until my boyfriend comes home to keep myself busy. But other days, the to-do list I feel like makes it worse, or the schedule makes it worse, and I just need to like be flexible with myself. Like yesterday, I knew I wanted to film 2 videos. I tried to film 1 video, I sat myself down, and I put myself in the worst mood because I just was like not feeling it. Okay, so I think I want to put Dark Night right here on my lid. I feel like that's just gonna close off my eyes. So maybe I'll put that in like the outer portion of my lid. I definitely need to lay down one more matte before we get there. I don't need to get ahead of myself yet. Okay, I think I'm gonna put should I do Shakespeare or should I do Summer Song? I think I'm gonna go in with Summer Song, just to add a little bit of neutral. Let's mix the two. When in doubt, mix it out. Like this morning, I had planned to get up, eat breakfast, work out before I dove into filming, but I woke up and I was just feeling really creative, so I'm like, you know what, let's hop on camera, see. Oh, that is definitely not deep enough. Okay, let's just go into Shakespeare, see what that does for us, and just see how it goes. I'm feeling so much better about it today. I'm really trying to use this time to build up a backlog of videos for my channel, because I know that once I get a job, filming is going to be much more difficult, and I would like to stick to my 3 video a week schedule, but I've never, I mean, I did have a full-time job one summer and I was able to keep that schedule up, but I just don't know what it's going to be like having a full-time job that, like, I don't want to say is actually taxing mentally, but like, yes, that's probably an accurate statement. I feel like this eye always blends better than this eye. I don't know what it is. I'm also back in my little plain Jane white filming corner. I was filming out in my living room for a little bit, and I kind of also think this is why I was in a little bit of a filming slump. It's such a pain in the butt to lug all my stuff out there. So I'm kind of back in this little plain white corner. I would really love to do some kind of decorating, but the space that I'm in is really small. So I can't do anything like overly elaborate. You know what, guys? Maybe instead of that deeper shade, maybe we'll blend with that deeper shade, but I kind of want to throw on this shade right here. It's called Meadowhawk from the Tiny Marvels palette. Let's throw that on and see what that looks like all over the lid. So I just took a little bit of NYX glitter glue on the back of my hand, and now I'm gonna like kind of carve out my lid, like as if I were doing a cut crease with concealer, except I'm just using glitter glue. And I just took that about halfway across my lid. It does tend to lift up the matte shadows that you put underneath it, but you cover it up, so it's not even a big deal. So now I'm gonna go in with Meadowhawk. I love how that looks. Oh yeah. So pretty. Just doing the same to the other eye. I'm really working hard on getting my uses on these palettes so I can roll them out and have some new palettes to play with in the coming month. I think I have like 3 or 4 days left when I'm filming this video until I do my project pan update. I'm doing a 25 uses rolling project pan, so once I hit 25 uses on a product or a group of products as it comes to my eyeshadow palettes, I just roll it out and roll something new in, and I'm kind of using it as a shop my stash / project pan situation this year. Alright guys, next I'm going to go in with my Honest Beauty primer. This is their Everything primer in the Glow edition. This is also in my project pan. I'm just gonna spread this all over my face. Yeah, I've been struggling a little bit. I also feel like I'm struggling a little bit, especially with my YouTube channel, because I'm not really sure where I fit in the makeup world. You know, I'm excited to play with makeup, but my channel has never been a get ready with me based channel or a tutorial based channel. Not that I feel like I really have the skills to like make it a tutorial based channel. But I'm not buying new makeup right now because I don't have a full-time job, and I feel like I'm not quite as passionate about the low buy no buy content, or it's not like coming out of me like it was a couple of months ago. And so I've just kind of been on autopilot filming videos like get ready with me, inventories. I just did a single eyeshadow inventory. I've been duping new palettes with my singles. That's been really fun, but I just feel like I'm at like a little bit of a standstill with that as well. Next I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Camo CC cream. And I do think that part of that could be because that's not where my sole creative focus is anymore. I think I talked about this a couple of months ago, but in October, my best friend and I started a podcast together, all focused around like books and reading. And that has been, oh my goodness, so much fun, you guys. It has brought me so much fulfillment, so much joy. It's been such a fun project for me and my friend to work on together. I can link it down below if you guys are interested in listening. We just did an episode on the Twilight series, so I had never read the Twilight series until a couple of months ago. So we've started this series where we kind of revisit each other's old favorites. We call it the Why Rewind series. And that was really fun. I did not like the first 2 books, but the last 2 I really enjoyed, and now we're kind of watching the movies together and reflecting on them, and it's just been so much fun. So if you guys enjoy reading, or you know someone that enjoys reading and they're into podcasts, I would love it if you took 2 seconds to recommend my podcast to them. It's been a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm just feeling a little bit meh about makeup videos, because before, I think when I felt this way before, I would just buy any makeup and talk about that, but I'm not doing that right now. Now I'm gonna go in with my Naked Skin Concealer. Part of me feels a little bit restricted by the makeup like category. I mean, I don't know what other kind of content I would create, but I do have other interests, and like I said, I've so been enjoying all the work I've been doing for the podcast and all that. But I feel a little bit restricted, especially because my degree is in marketing and advertising. So I feel like there are all these different things that I could be doing to make myself a more appealing, you know, job candidate. But I don't quite know how to merge those with the makeup world and what I do on YouTube. On another tangent, I didn't set my concealer yesterday, and I was pleasantly surprised with how it looked. Like, I get creases under my eyes. And so I know people say like, oh, don't set your concealer, it'll look so nice, but I've never really done it, but I did it yesterday. I wasn't super unhappy with the result. It definitely wore off pretty quickly, but like, while it was there, it looked cute. Alright, next I'm gonna dip into my Tower 28 bronzer. And I just want like a soft bronze today. I used my Milk bronzer yesterday and it looked super orange on me, so I'm not really sure what's happening with that. Now I kind of want to buy like a cooler toned bronzer. Cream bronzer. I have one from Salt New York To be totally honest with you guys, I'm not absolutely in love with that formula. Like, I like it, but I think I could have gone with the, I forget if there's a fair light and a medium bronzer shade, but I feel like the fair shade is too fair for me, which is something I never thought I would say in my life, but I just feel like I put it on and like it's deeper than my skin tone, but like not enough. Or maybe I just like to be really bronzy. I feel like that's probably more likely the case. All right, we'll blend that out with a sponge in just a second. I think I'm gonna let myself use a different cream bronzer today. I've been working on my Fenty cream bronzer in Bikini Martini for like the past month. Every time I wear blusher, I've been super committed to wearing that shade, but I need a break today. So I thought it would be fun to dip into, are these the Beach Please blushes? I think this is the Beach Please blush from Tower 28 in the shade Happy Hour. I bought this towards the end of summer and I loved it. Loved it so much. So I'm just gonna grab a little like chubby brush and load a little bit of product up and apply it to my cheeks. I like to go in a little heavy-handedly with my cream blush at the beginning because I feel like my skin just like eats it up a little bit, and then by the time I'm done I'm like, I want some more cream blush. So I look crazy right now, but it'll all look good in the end. I feel like the shade is really going to complement the eyes. Add just a touch to my nose. Sometimes I like to add a little bit to my chin, but I have a lot of breakouts going on my chin, so I don't really want to draw any more attention to that. Okay, and then I'm going to use my ColourPop light sticks in the shade Starbright. Still cannot get enough of this highlighter. I look so ridiculous right now in the viewfinder. I can't even handle it. But I really like to apply this with a brush, so I just take a brush and kind of rub it against the tip of the product, and then I just apply it to my cheeks. I cannot get away from this glow, you guys. I have barely touched my powder highlighters this year, which is terrible, but I'm just in love. Okay, now I'm just gonna tap over my cheeks with my sponge to help kind of mesh all of that together. See, then I feel like it just looks so seamless when I wait to do it till the end. Okay, so recently I've given into TikTok, and I did not get a TikTok until like January, I think. Because I don't know, my boyfriend had one and I knew that it was just like a giant time suck, and so during the last quarantine I was like, you know what, I've got classes, I've got a channel to run, like I've got things to do, I don't need to download that. But now I don't have classes, so I'm just kind of like, well, what do I have to lose? And it's been really fun. I've done a couple of like beauty TikToks, I do some for our podcast, and I have a lot of fun with it. I set a time limit on mine because I was spending way too much time on it every day. I have thoroughly enjoyed the Bridgerton musical that's on TikTok. I'm sure you guys have watched it. Like, everyone and their mother has watched it. But I just can't stop singing those songs. I'm deeply obsessed. Oh, I'm just using the Give Me Glow setting powder to lightly set down my face. I know I said I wasn't going to set down my under eyes, but then I was looking and I was like, I feel like I just need to. And I just applied a really light layer of powder everywhere else. So I'm gonna hop off camera really quick, do my brows because I just hate doing them. I don't like doing them on camera, and then I'll come back to finish off the eyes with you guys. All right, back to the Corderosa palette. I think I'm gonna be a Simple Simon on the lower lash line, and I'm gonna dip into the shade Damask right here. Okay, you guys, I must know, did you pick up the Kaledios Makeup Club Nebula palette? I have been going back and forth on this palette for like a solid 2 weeks now. When it came out, I did a whole Shop My Stash for dupes video on it. I can link it down below if you guys are interested. I created a really great dupe with my singles, but as I was editing it and I was kind of looking at the palette some more and watching more videos on it, I kind of felt like I still wanted the palette. So I kind of just decided, you know, in a couple of months, if I still want the palette, I'm gonna purchase it. I really love that crease shade, so I'm just gonna dip into Hybrid and hopefully mix those two shades just like we did in the crease. So I was kind of putting it on the back burner for now. I'm thinking it'll be there in a couple months, maybe not even like 6 months, just like 2 or 3 months. And come to find out, that palette is disappearing after the 17th. I think is when it restocks, the 17th or the 19th, I think. And so I'm kind of really irritated with Kaleidos for making it so incredibly limited edition. I'm gonna dip into the shade Web right here for my inner corner. I feel like it's bad business practices to discontinue something that still has a high demand for it. Like, even if they just did it on a pre-order basis for the next, I don't know, 4 to 6 months. I just feel like it would have made so much more sense to have it around for a little bit longer. Someone said that they weren't sure if they were going to be able to get the materials to make more of the palette, which, wouldn't you just rather do a pre-order at that point? I don't know. I'm just a little salty that it's so incredibly limited edition, and so I don't think I'm going to be purchasing it, but let me know. Do you guys own the palette? Did you grab it the first time around? Are you ordering it in this last little restock? I've heard that there's even going to be like super limited quantities, so I don't know. I just feel kind of salty about the whole thing and kind of want to wipe my hands clean of it, so that's kind of my plan. Okay, I'm going to test out this ColourPop liner. This one's in the shade Woodsy. It's from the Raw Beauty Christie collection. Ooh, that went on super creamy. Ooh, I don't know if I like that. We'll try it with mascara. I'm not usually a dark liner in the waterline kind of girl. I just feel like it closes my eyes off so much, but this brown like really sets off my eyes, so maybe that'll be it. And for mascara, I'm going to use my Flower Beauty Warrior Princess mascara. I always call it like the Lash Warrior, Lash Princess Warrior. I can never remember what the name is. I'm just going to start applying this to my lashes. This was sent to me in PR from Flower. I found that it's best to do a couple of thin coats with this mascara. If I go in with too heavy of an initial coat, it really just kind of globs my lashes together. And while they're like black and voluminous, it looks like I have like 3 big lashes. It does wear quite nicely though. Okay, so while that first coat is drying, let's go into lips. I kind of want to do like a rosier lip today. So I think I'm going to go in with my Persona Cosmetics gloss. This one's in the shade Hibiscus. I feel like this is totally an underutilized gloss in my collection. And I'm really trying to use it in these colder months because I feel like that's when I'm more prone to reach for like a sheer berry rather than like in the summertime. They're so comfortable. I feel like it just gives like life to my face and to my lips. And another coat of mascara. I feel like this look would totally benefit from some falsies, but I am not in the mood to mess with that today. Okay, yeah, I'm digging the liner with some extra lash. I do have a little bit of mascara under my lower lash line, but otherwise I think that completes this look and this get ready with me. I feel like I was very chatty at the beginning and then slowly got less chattier because I realized how long this video was going to be without the talking I was doing. But I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you sat down to get ready with me. I love to get ready with someone else when I'm doing my makeup. I think it's so much fun. Let me know down in the comments down below how you're doing, what's going on in your life, all that jazz. I'd love to chat with you guys and get to know you a little bit more. But that's it for me today. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!